In this video, I'll show you how to solve a system of equations through the method of substitution. So when solving a system of equations, at least with two equations, there are three different methods to solving. You can either substitute, you can eliminate, and you can graph it. So we'll be looking at substitution. So we have minus 12x plus 9y is equal to 7. And our second equation is 3x minus 4y equals 2. So I'll go ahead and number these equations, 1 and 2. And what we can do here is, we want to solve for one variable. When I mean by solving for one variable, it doesn't mean that you have to come to a perfect numeric value. What it can mean is that it just is equivalent to, say, it includes the other variable. So let's go ahead and just isolate one of the variables. Let's take the second equation, and let's just take, we'll try and isolate x. So from the equation of 3x minus 4y is equal to 2, let's try and isolate x. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the 4y over. So now we have 3x is equal to 4y plus 2. And then you're going to divide by 3. And then finally you get x is equal to 4 by 3y plus 2 by 3. Now we haven't come with a value, but this still works because we're going to take the equation that we made here, and then we can go ahead and just substitute it back in to our first equation. And we can only substitute it in place of x, because here we have what x is equal to. Now let's go ahead and do that. So now let's move on to our first equation. So we have minus 12, and now we have to substitute for x, which we previously solved. So minus 12 times 4 by 3y plus 2 by 3 plus 9y is equal to 7. Now we can go ahead and multiply and distribute. So this becomes minus 48 by 3y plus minus 24 by 3 plus 9y is equal to 7. 48 divided by 3 would be minus 16y, and then we go minus 8, because minus 24 divided by 3 is minus 8, plus 9y is equal to 7. And then we can go ahead and add like terms. So minus 16 plus 9, so these are our like terms. Minus 16 plus 9y, that will become minus 7y minus 8 is equal to 7. You can go ahead and just bring that 8 over, plus 8 on both sides of the equation. Minus 7y is equal to 15. And now we divide by minus 7. Y is equal to 15 divided by negative 7. So minus 15 over 7. Now we take our value of y, and we can go ahead and plug it back in to our second equation. Because remember, we just solved for the x value using the first equation. Now we want to use the second equation and plug it in and then resolve for x. Now we can take minus 15 over 7 and plug it in how we did earlier. So this will become 3x minus 4, and then instead of y, we're going to write minus 15 over 7 is equal to 2. Now we can distribute, so 3x plus 60 over 7 is equal to 2. 3x is equal to 2 minus 60 over 7. And then we can go ahead and just add the like terms. So this will become, so we can just write it off to the side. So 2 over 1 minus 60 over 7. So now we would multiply by 7, multiply by 7. 14 over 7 minus 60 over 7. This would become minus 46 over 7. And now we would have 3x is equal to minus 46 over 7. And now we just divide by 3. So you divide this entire thing by 3. And then we can just write it off here to the side again. Minus 46 by 7 divided by 3. This will become the reciprocal. So now we have minus 46 over 7 times 1 over 3. Minus 46 times 1 is minus 46. 7 times 3 is 21. So then we have, finally, x is equal to minus 46 over 21. These will be our final answers. So just to recap, our first step was to isolate a variable. So we took the second equation, shown here. In our second equation, we isolated and we brought it down. And then once we found this, we substituted it back in to find we substituted over here, and then to find the value of y, which was minus 15 over 7. And then we substituted this back into our second equation, which brought us to this area. And then we broke this down until we got here, did all the math, and then minus 46 over 21. And then that will be our final answer, because once you get rid of that 3, only the x is left. So that means x is equal to minus 46 over 21. Thank you for watching. Be sure to watch out for future videos and subscribe.